What's up everybody, my name is Dwight and welcome back to GeForce Garage. Brandon McCarthy is back in the garage. You've seen him before with his builds named Whoop and Breadbox. Well, he's won yet another QuakeCon, so let's check out his build. Well, welcome back to GeForce Garage, Brandon. It's been a couple of years.
Yes, it has. Thanks for having me back.
So what did you bring us today?
This is Josh.
Okay, so how did you come up with the concept for Josh?
So Josh is actually the name of a product that we represent called Josh AI. They're a home automation control company, and they specialize in running things like your lights and TVs and things like that. And I wanted to create a demo in a box that I could showcase the features that Josh can do.
Nice. So I can tell that you've done a lot to the case. So how about we go through what you've done?
First off, we built this in the Fractal North. By hobby, I like to do woodworking. So the Fractal North really stood out to me with its front panel. So I wanted to kind of incorporate that throughout the whole theme of the build. One of the few things I did to the case right off the bat is I installed our microphone on the front, which allows us to do voice commands to the PC. This case does not come with a vertical GPU mount, so I fashioned a GPU mount to work with this case and mounted that on top of a custom manifold that you see there at the bottom. So it makes it nice and clean, doesn't obscure some of the other wood features that I did in the case, which if you look around, I used walnut veneer. So instead of doing some big mill pieces, I wanted to keep the weight down, make it easy to do. But also some of these shapes are a little bit more complex and hard to cut by hand. So one of the things I leveraged was my local library, which has a laser cutter.
Wow.
And that's how you're able to get these really clean lines, nice clean logos for the Josh AI on the GPU, as well as the PSU shroud along the bottom.
It's nice. I think my library just has books.
To power all the lights in this case, I'm using RGBW controllers that Josh can control. This case also has 12 relays in it.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And I'll let you know what those do. I have a 9-button keypad that I have soldered to the relays themselves. And what that allows me to do is have Josh essentially execute a button press that I then have macros assigned to do various things like launch a video game or whatever I want it to do. But also the relays control things like the power to the computer. So if I walk in, I can say, hey Josh, turn on the PC, and it'll kick the computer on for me. It also incorporates a 4x2 HDMI matrix. So one of the things I wanted to be able to showcase is some of the video capabilities that Josh can do. So it can natively control a Roku. It can do deep linking where I can say, hey Josh, let's watch Breaking Bad Season 2, Episode 1. And it'll take me straight to that episode. Not only that, but it'll also switch the front of the PC to showcase that video footage.
Yeah, so this case actually has a screen that's on the front of this as well.
Yes. I wanted to do something a little bit different. In order to do a snowblind mod, you have to peel away all the back layers, all the backlighting in order to see through it transparently. But if you want to use it as a monitor, you need to be able to diffuse that light and turn it back. So what I came up with is a product that we use in our industry called Smart Glass. You apply that to the back of the monitor, and when it's turned on, it's transparent, and when it's off, it's opaque. But that's not an easy task to do. You need a lot of light in order to project through the monitor to make it look good. I have over 20 feet of linear LED strips along the top of the case to really shine and illuminate through that panel. And all that is running on the actual power supply of the PC case. Everything in this computer is actually ran on that power supply.
Wow. You have 2 power cables back here though.
Yes. So there's one caveat. The Smart Glass uses AC power technology, not DC.
Gotcha.
So in order to facilitate that AC power supply, I need to be able to have a secondary power.
Okay, so there's a lot of automation inside of this thing, but there's also a PC. So what are the specs?
Sure. So for the CPU, we're using an i7 4700K that's plugged into a Z7090 Aorus motherboard. And then to that, we're running 32 gigabytes of RAM. And for the storage, we're using a 2 terabyte Samsung 960 Pro. And of course, we're using the GeForce RTX 4070 Ti. And then to connect all that, we're using a 850 watt power supply by Corsair with custom sleeve cables and paracord. And some of the water cooling features that stand out to me are the Singularity Computers reservoir and pump combo with their custom mounts, as well as the Bitsky water block for the 4070 Ti.
Thanks, Brandon, for bringing in Josh. I'm never going to complain about cable management ever again. If you guys enjoyed this video and would like to see more, hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you for the next one.